What's going on, everybody? It's Eli here from TreeFall Studios, and welcome to a brand new game development live stream. We are continuing the series this week. Yesterday was a holiday. I hope everyone had a good 4th of July. If you live in America, I know that there are quite a few people who watch us from different countries in the EU region, so thanks for tuning in. So, all of our American friends, hope you had a good holiday yesterday. So we're back with some game development today, and we're going to be working on PitterPot once again. Welcome to the stream, PLP. Glad to see that you are here on time, on the dot. I was so much closer to getting on time today. I always pick a time to start the stream and share it out early, and then somehow I get a few minutes late. But this time I was within 2 to 3 minutes, so we're getting closer to being on time, and soon we're going to be hitting it just right every single day. But for now, it's okay to be a few minutes late. Let me know if you can hear my audio. It looks like I got my microphone in the right ranges and everything isn't too bad. And then I don't think that we're going to be doing any background noise, so there's nothing to compare it against. It should be just the microphone today. But all right, so everything sounds good, sweet. That's looking good. But I wanted to say just that I wanted to keep doing these streams and working on PitterPot with you guys together, because if you haven't looked on our YouTube channel, they're actually performing really well and compared to our other videos. We're getting a lot of engagement post stream. There's quite a few people that have been tuning in to watch live, but there's been a lot of people who've been tuning in and watching not just like the previous day's stream, but a couple of days in a row. So I think that people are keeping up with the series and trying to see how PitterPot is progressing. So I'm going to kind of do these every single day as an episodic type of thing, to where if you missed a day, you can always go back and watch it so you can see, what we did that day, what changes we made to the game, that kind of thing. So I'm pretty excited. It's going really well so far. So we're going to keep it up, and we're going to try to get better as the streams go on with new things to go in the background, a better set, some better lighting. Let me know if the lighting is too bright. I'm looking a little washed out. This is all natural lighting. I don't even have my extra lights turned on, just because the light coming through the window at this time of day is so strong. It just kind of washes my skin out a little bit. So let me see if I can fix this somewhat. And see. Is that better or worse? Better? Worse? Worse? I'm gonna put it back to where it was. Yeah, it'll change because the sun will go down. But for now, that looks all right. But thanks for joining into the stream. We're about to get started and working on the game. Just a brief mention down below, there's a bunch of news going across the screen. You can check out a lot of our games on sale. You can get your name featured in the video for everyone who supports us on patreon.com. Socials are in this corner, and our most recent game is in this corner. So let's get on moving to our game development. And I think that I need to move. I moved my camera for our Let's Play yesterday, but I think I should put me in this corner again. That way we can see the whole level together. All right. Get a drink of water before we start modeling. Okay, so this is where we stopped. I didn't work on this at all. From where we were last time, and we're going to keep trying to finish up the final rooms. And I'm not sure if the best way to go about it is drink that water. Yeah. Yeah, I am dehydrated, actually. I've been trying to get my water intake up, but it's actually kind of difficult for me. I got some random stomach issues, and drinking water is just too much sometimes. I got to get on it. The Patreon subscribers are flying across the screen right now, so there you go. Your names are being featured. That's PLP over there. And then, yeah, so I don't know if I'm going to build the final room first and then try to build the walls to connect to the castle, or if we're just going to build the back of the castle first and then, go ahead and connect it that way. Um, I think that might be better. I'm not sure. We can just delete it if it looks like garbage. That'll be no problem. I wonder. Let's see. I'm gonna get a reference image real quick and see if I can get a better looking. Um, yeah, sweet. Yeah, super simple. Oh my gosh, this looks so good. Um, I'm just gonna fly this over here real quick. Don't you just love this? I mean, this Spyro 2 Autumn Plains, like this is just nostalgic for me. I'm gonna put it back over to the other screen. Yeah, I'm just going with that like the idea is kind of have like almost like Mario 64. We don't have to think about Spyro. We can think about Mario. Um, we can just picture like there's a kind of simple castle in the background, and that's going to be like what's connected to this, and this is like the castle courtyard, this is like a separate courtyard, and then this is going to like start the interior rooms in the castle, and then like maybe a door, like maybe I should put a door here too. How like this hallway goes to the courtyard, this would go towards the castle. I'll probably do something like that, but it's going to be blocked off because you're not going to actually going to explore. You're going to be exploring the outside of the castle, not the inside, so we're not going to be modeling the inside. So if we want to go with something like that, I think it's best to start with just maybe, I don't know if it's best to start with like a base cube like this, and then we can start building it out, kind of like this, or if I should just start with a cylinder. That could also be potential. I'm looking at an overview of the entire level now. This, like, I'm gonna show you. I can scoot this back over. This is such a good picture because all Spyro levels are modeled like this. You can see how dense they are. They're just like sitting there in the sky, and then they have a skybox around them. And you can see the model goes right down to about like right here, and then there's like fog, but that's not really fog. It's on the PS1. That's just like think that's kind of like a shader trick. They're just fading it out, and then that's like it fades into the bottom of the skybox basically. Um, but this type of level design, I just love it so much. And I'm planning on, this is not actually going to be like this. This is going to be like a more, modern looking 3D platforming game. But I'm planning on doing like an actual PS1 style platformer like this to where like the polygons and textures look like it's a PS1 game. I'm planning on doing that in the future just because I'm just so nostalgic for those days of video games. I think that the design and games were made for just totally for fun back then. And I think that there's something special about them. PLP says, still never played a Spyro game. That's so sad. Spyro is really, really awesome. Theo and Fripp. Actually, well, Theo and Fripp was Spyro inspired, but I think that's going to be like the modern looking one. I was going to do another like PitterPot spinoff to have like a polygonal PitterPot because I'm going to kind of make PitterPot like our Mario to where like he's going to show up in random art styles and random games and different things like that throughout TreeFall Studios' career as long as we're in business. And so I think I'm going to do a polygonal version of that, and then to get that Spyro feel I might give PitterPot like a glider, with like some plants that come off the side, but I'm not sure. I haven't decided yet, but yeah, Theo and Fripp, I do want to do that. I have like a really complex Theo and Fripp model. um, One of our friends who used to work here was working on that. He's not working here right now, but I think I'm either going to restart it completely or catch back up with him sometime, and then we'll get back onto that game at some point. The coding was a little hard. That's kind of like what made us stop. Like I had some like character models that I was starting to test out some different things, but yeah, it's kind of hard to. I mean, I know there's some examples online, um, but the biped, like walking on all fours, like I don't really totally understand like how to code like really detailed animated character controllers that well. I need to get somebody to teach me a little bit better because somehow that's just missing from most game design tutorials or game design school. They don't really tell you, and then you're supposed to be like a really good programmer somehow. I don't know how you're supposed to do that either. So all right, this is kind of like the castle box shape. This is about where we're gonna see. No, maybe right here because this is gonna be about the size of this room. And then like I want the outside of the castle to be like a circle. I want it to connect like this to like kind of cover this room, and then to go up this way up here, and then kind of top off into like its a little tower, I guess. As long as we're in business, bro, about to make me cry. I want to see the model. Can y'all send a pic on Discord later? Yeah, actually, you should have access to it. We have a unlisted YouTube video showing in depth of like the mouth animation and moving and stuff on our Patreon page from probably like 2.5, 3 years ago, something like that. Um, so if you scroll down through the posts, I think you should be able to find it. I want to say it's still on our YouTube and you can still catch up with it, but I'm not sure. If not, I'll go and check. That's so old. We could always make that public probably at this point. But that was one of the surprise posts for the Patreons one month. And speaking of that, I need to go ahead and do this month's the post for last month. I was going to do it the other day, but then I got a little bit behind working on this sweet new game. You guys are going to be shocked at this new game. It's going to be cool. It's going to be really, really cool. I was having some hardcore nostalgia. I'm probably going to talk about that. Let's delete all this now that we don't need it. Actually, we might need it. No, we won't when this is all done. But yeah, I'm having some nostalgia for my own days of game development. So yeah, it's going to be pretty cool. Let's go ahead and see the castle. See, maybe I should have just made this all one piece. This might not work. So I was going to just go ahead and here like outline a box. This is going to be the hardest part of this model, and it's going to be the hardest part doing this on stream because we built the rooms that we need, but now we need to make it like look realistic and look better. And I'm either going to build it like I was mentioning here and then try to connect it here and like make this standalone, or I'm going to just go ahead and leave this delete this model and go from here and then like just start extruding and like making the castle from here. I didn't really think that that was going to be the way to go because I can't really do it on math because this way we can go and bevel this a little bit and see like, yeah, we can start curving our castle and we can do no, a little less, a little more, and if I click off, I think our bevel is done. So let's just see if we go here and just put it about to the edge like that. So our castle is going to kind of go around because already we made such a big room. It's so big. I need to think for just a second. And all these rooms, I mean, are so big for the courtyard. That this might look just weird. if it's that wide before we do the edges, I guess. I don't remember what I did on that side. I should have done them make the exact same size. The shape is right and the segments were right. But it's like right on that line. Is it that one or this one? 1, 2 spaces. 1, 2. Oh, wow. It's like eyeballing it. It's like pretty close. But then I went and took this guy, scooted it over, or something like that. I don't think this is going to work at all, to be honest. This needs to be like rounder if we're going to get it to match that art style instead of like oblong like this. Let's just save it. I don't really like it. I think let's see. If we take something as simple as this, pull it down. It doesn't really need to be like that. It just needs to be real close to even, but not all the way. All right, let's get rid of this again. Okay. I have a better idea. Art on the fly. If you're not really that great at it, this can be a little nerve-wracking. That's too big. Let's do 1.5. Yeah, maybe this is good enough. And let's take this over here. Pulling this up here. Now this is all being eyeballed. Could try this 2 ways. Okay, hold on. Don't want to go that small. And then you found it. The Fio model is terrifying without the hair. Yeah, it's actually pretty. I still think it looks pretty awesome, but yeah, it would need fur on the shader to look better. That's for sure. Hmm. I think this is all pretty much hideous too. I think we're gonna do this about like that and just straight leave it there and then add another cylinder. I feel like this one needs to be a little bit more blocky. We can go down here, Z, scale it by like 5, something like that. Let's move it here in the middle. Yep. Let's look at it here. Okay, we're cooking somewhat. Scale to 0.1. Yup. Scale by, ooh, not 5. Scale by 3. Yep. Now we're getting the art style we want. We're going to go up by 2. Not enough. 2. Not enough. 2. Close. Close. G5. Okay. Now we're going to look at it in the shaded mode. We're going to go over to our edges and let's go with 2 cuts for now. I'm going to do this by hand. We're going to move it up and down, scale it all around till we get something like that. And we're going to go to object. I believe it's shade smooth. Object shade smooth. See, that doesn't look right. And we are going to fix it in here by using a method that no one should ever copy because it's terrible for polygons. It adds double the edges to get the lighting right. But now this guy is what we're wanting to see. We're wanting some windows on here. Well, hold on. Let's just go ahead and get him close. See. I wonder. All right, so either the entrance of the castle is going to be right here, or we can pull this closer like this. And then, honestly, we can make this like part of the inside of the castle. But I kind of want this grass. I kind of want this to be outside still. Metgan Game says, Sup TreeFall. Welcome to the stream, Metgan. Glad to see you here. Always glad to see you. And PLP says, looks very good, almost like CGI model for a movie. Very smooth. The Wii U could not handle that many polygons. Yeah, this was not a technique that you would want to do when you're trying to conserve. I mean, it wasn't too bad because for this one right here, this was only, I cut it down to 16 splits instead of 32. This was 32 splits all the way down. So it would have doubled those edges and faces. Not really the most efficient, but we're going to be working some magic here with, you know, this being separate objects. When you're inside these rooms and inside the hallways, we're going to cull these out with occlusion culling to get the game running really smooth. I mean, this is still pretty low poly, so like I don't think I'll need any LODs for this, but like if for some reason the PlayStation's having trouble, it's just I really don't run into too much trouble. I could make a whole lot bigger game probably, um, if I needed to, because I do know quite a few tricks up my sleeve. So yeah, something like this. This will look cool because there'll be like a circular brick texture on here, and then this will be like the base part. Um, honestly, these need to go up, um, so we can see. Okay. Oh yeah, G on Z. Match this up. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Hey now. Yeah, I can't wait to show you how precise these models I'm working on. Oh, I'm matching it to the wrong one. That's wonderful. It needs to be matched to this for this new game is, and you'll understand once you see it. Okay, this might be a little tall. Let's leave this guy alone in case we need to go back and change it. But let's go ahead and pull you down a little bit. Let's go to this front view. Pull you down. Not that far. All right. Looking a little bit more magical, I guess, that way. And, you know, imagine, oh, it would be, all right, I'm already like changing my ideas. I'm like, oh, off-kilter towers all around would be pretty cool. These are going to be the same height though. But maybe you can go back here in the back of the castle just so you can be seen in the foggy distance. That does not look right. I guess this is just sticking out farther. And then oh, I was talking about the FIO model. Too many polygons. I got you. Yeah, yeah, probably not. Just because the Wii U, you know, it was kind of having some trouble when it came to the Unity port of Wii U. Unity itself was not very efficient, or else I could do more. The Wii U in general is a little weak, but obviously Nintendo did Mario Kart 8 and all that kind of stuff. Unity could have been a little bit more efficient on their end, but I don't think that they gave it all that much effort. Because why would you, I guess, if you're not really selling games? I'm gonna look up something else. Let me get some like foundational pictures of a castle. Because, all right, when you look up actual castles, they are very square. They all do have the circles on the side, though. If we pulled this over here, I just typed in castle, you can see. Oh, this bridge is really dope. We're square polygons, and then the towers on the side are circular. You can see these ones over here. This is like some old castles. Anytime that they have the pointed tops like that on their towers, that just looks more like fantasy to me, even though like these are obviously this is in real life, I think. Yo, I think we're gonna go with something more simple because you can't get in it. There's Disney Castle. Yeah, see, everything's polygonal. Arched windows are rounded. even this square, see, the triangle roofs are smaller. I do like, all right, this is like a Scottish castle. I do like this where we have a roof. Because like if you look at this one, there's just walls and then the castle you can't see on the inside. We could always do something like that, and I'm sure PLP can break the boundaries and then get on the inside of this castle. That could be kind of fun. Or, man, this is cool too. But yeah, I might want to put a roof on it, and instead of it just being walls, um, all right, we're gonna try two different ones. This will be our finisher. We'll decide. All right, we're gonna make a big building like this. This reminds me of like Dark Souls. It is inspired by this type of castle, where they got the roofs because you get to go out on top of them. And we can make these little stairs. You can see they got stair steppers. Or we can try a castle like these, where it's like, the castle right here is just a moat. And then this is kind of like we're just building up to this. Although it would make much more sense if we go with the roofs, because we could just build roofs here for this, this, and this. And then, like, right here, we can put our fantasy towers, and then we can put our castle wall and, like, the square ones here. Maybe that's what we'll do. We're going to just kind of go on the fly and change it up a bunch. This is so close. There we go. And I don't understand how when I zoom it takes me on different grid pieces. Delete this nonsense. I need to switch back over so I can see. Missed a couple chats. Wii U was a bomb, but those guys has millions of resources to optimize their game and engines. Unity is free to use. Oh yeah, PLP says. And that was Metgan. Yeah, I mean, it's sort of free to use. It's not really free anymore, because you basically can't do anything with the free version except for release on Steam. I saw that you guys, I think you released your game on Atari, so maybe you can use the free version for that. You can let me know in the chat. But if you want to release on PlayStation, Xbox, or Switch, you have to have Unity Pro, which now costs more than $2,000 per year per person on your team. And that's the indie licensing. And you have to make less than $100,000 a year in order to get that licensing. We qualify for that. But if we ever get to the point where we didn't qualify, they charge you a whole lot more. They're definitely getting their money's worth from Unity. That's for sure. Okay. Indeed, the free version can build to Atari, a Linux device. Well, that is awesome. That helps out a lot. This is just too big. Ooh. 50. Yeah, I hadn't taken a full look at your game submission, Mecan. I started to look at it just briefly. I caught a couple videos, but I need to look at it a little bit more deeply. I did see that you guys released it on Atari, so I'll definitely hit you up a little bit later when I go through it more fully and we can talk more about it. Ouch. I can't decide how I want this to look. Wow, 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 wow. About to start humming Luigi's Mansion, bro. Boom, 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 boom. I don't know why I got my Luigi's Mansion vibe while I was looking at these little towers here. Gotta be careful not to sing the music too close. I'll get a copyright strike. This OPLP. I think that's how it sounded. Boom, 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 boom. Oh, you cracked me up, dude. That's so funny. Oh my gosh. Okay, let's go up. Let's go insert. Whoa. Whoa. We don't like any of that. Let's see if we apply the scale, if the insert fixes itself. Yo, it does. Isn't that beautiful? Insert by 1. Insert by 5. Let's extrude this. Okay, so sure, I kind of just jumped in because the previous streams you said you want to release something quickly. Other than that, take your time. Oh yeah, I have found my game that I am releasing quickly. I am working on it like crazy. It is not the game on the stream, actually. You guys will be seeing it next week. I am working on it like back in the day. I used to work on games. I was working on it after midnight the other night, and I was finishing up this level, and this level design was just really coming together. And I was like, "Wow, this isn't it sick nasty," and it's going to be exciting. So that is the game I'm going to be trying to release for July. Nope. It's not Pet Rock. It's not Scrap. Those are way too hard. Lost Tiki. Lost Tiki, I thought about, as a, definitely a revenue driver. Everyone asks about it. And I thought about just taking the 10 levels, 15 levels that we had made, and then, just literally dumping it out and being like, hey, this game's not very good. You guys all wanted to play it. You all wanted to try it. But here it is for 99 cents, and you can run around and collect your coins. But I don't even think it's worth it. I feel like that would hurt my brand because my games have a much higher quality now. And yeah, it's just, not that good. It's, I don't know. One. Now, is that even? 1, 2, 3. If we want to go here, it's not. We need to go even and even. Let's try this. So you guys are going to see how this works. Scale that. We're going to straighten these lines up. But I need to go back here. I switched over. That one astronaut game you had on mobile. We've never had any games on mobile, actually. I believe you are thinking of Nintendo Wii U. It's called Outside the Realm. And it's fully touchscreen on the Wii U gamepad. Cannot play the game without the Wii U gamepad. I thought about porting that. Because it's basically one of the only games that I haven't ported. The 2 games that are lost on Wii U, Forever are Outside the Realm and Journey of a Special Average Balloon. Those games are only on Wii U and they're gone forever because the Wii U eShop has been shut down. So you've got to find a rare copy of it sold on eBay. There might be someone, you might get lucky. Someone might sell it for $1,000. Be like, this is super rare. You definitely need this on your Wii U. I will have one of the only remaining Wii U's that can handle Outside the Realm. Scaling on the Y now. We're going to straighten these up. Outside the Realm is something. I feel like the ideas were fine, but it could have been way better. People roasted us on that game. That game has a storied history. We could write a book about it probably. That game honestly might be the reason why Nintendo hasn't allowed me to port on Switch. It's probably that game and not the letter, because that's the game that they probably realized like, whoa, this guy's crazy. Because, all right, is this even? Can I go all the way over? Oh, I did the math wrong. Oh, wait. If we go here and then we do this and this, then this one, this one, this one. No, I did all that for nothing. Wait, how? I haven't played enough Mighty Math. You're right. Hold on, I need to think, and then I'm gonna tell you a crazy story about me and Nintendo and Outside the Realm. So you must stay tuned. This is crazy. Some of the Nintendo, I don't even know if some of these Nintendo of America employees are still there. I should be careful. But they were like, they literally. I'll tell you in a second. We got to do the math here. So what we want to do is we want to cut these, and we want these to. Is this NDA? I don't know. I guess all emails are really. I guess when you're talking to employees, I guess it's all NDA. But I don't know. I don't know if you guys have watched Kit and Krista's podcast. The guys that Nintendo Minute people that were let go from Nintendo or they quit. I don't know which is which. They they are sharing lots of inside stories from Nintendo, and the way they just talk about it with talking to people, I'm like, oh, that can't be that bad if I say something like that, or oh, I had a good interaction. I don't ever say anything. I remember when they were held hostage for Nintendo Minute. Oh my gosh. I don't ever have anything bad to say about Nintendo, basically. Except for some of their game development choices for certain games. But like I think overall, they're still the best company in the business. So it's not like I'm going out trashing them. I did have like some unpopular opinions on Switch, I guess, when the Switch first came out, because I was like feeling pretty burned by it. Because like when it first came out, it was just like I thought it was a Wii U port machine, and I was also pretty salty that they kept saying no to all of our games. And if you go back here in the comments, Megan Games says he personally got rejected by 6 times for Nintendo Switch, so he feels me. Yeah, I think I've been rejected at least that many times. I'm not sure. I do know of other developers, friends of mine, that were rejected more than that, but did finally get in. So the process is very, very odd. They're very peculiar. They have like no filter, and a lot of the games are really garbage on the shop. But for some reason, even if you have something of quality, it's got to be really high quality for you to get in to be a publisher. And then once publishers have made it in the door, people just go to them and they just port all sorts of garbage. And then Mekan says, who again? They're Kit and Krista. You can find them on YouTube. They host their own podcast now. I just think it's called Kit and Krista. I've watched some of their episodes, but I haven't seen too many. They are pretty cool. I would love to talk and hang out with them. But they worked for Nintendo marketing for probably like 6 years or something like that. And then now they talk about all their inside stories of Nintendo. But yeah, I was just gonna say a story like that, but it might not be. Might be later down the line if they say, you know, you're never getting on Nintendo ever again. Then I'll spill the beans. Or if we get buddy buddy once again, then maybe they'll be okay with me telling that story. But I'll say there was some weird stuff behind the scenes with Outside the Realm. I'll say this. This is what I'll say. You know, if I don't know if you remember the timeline, but we actually pulled Outside the Realm off of the store for a while, just because I thought the game wasn't very good. And I think they were a little salty about that. That's the short version of the game. But then we re released the game later on the Nintendo Wii U eShop, and it was for sale for the last couple of years. So you could still pick it up right before the eShop closed. Also, I don't have my Blender preferences changed enough to where I think I only have 64. I think that's where the base preference is. Undos. I think that there's a preference in here. Edit preferences should be. And then let's go to input. No. Editing. Let's see if we can find this together. I don't remember where. It must have changed. This is probably save and load. Autosave every 2 minutes. Lost my headphone. There is a way, or there used to be a way, to where you could change up to like 1,000 Control Z's basically. And, you know, it's defaulted on like, oh, right here, memory live. Yeah, 32. Let's see. All right, it only lets me go to 256, but that's better than it was. Do I have to save it? Or does that automatically save? Auto save preferences. Would you look at that? Blender has changed so much. I don't think I can go back enough. Yeah, I was going to be salty about that. Okay, whatever. I started the stream earlier today, so we can just take our time. I'm going to dissolve or delete these edges. Dissolve them? I was afraid that that might... Okay, that's fine. All right, and then let's do this math. Okay, so this is... See, this is confusing because I think I had the right amount. You need to have an... If you're skipping every other one, does this need to be even? If you want both of the corners to be raised, you got to have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then 7. 7 would be the final corner. And that would mean, if that was the case, we would be skipping 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, maybe. So 6 plus 7 is 13. So we need to have 13 cuts across. Is that correct? And right now we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So that's incorrect. We have 13 cuts across. But that means that if we have 13 cuts, we have 14 pieces. Is that right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So we need 12 cuts across. Okay. And if we want to do it evenly, well, I guess I can just try it like this and just see if we can do 12 cuts. The problem is, whoops, that there won't be a middle piece, but that's what we need, actually. I guess that's what we need. And then I guess since these are smaller, let's do 8 cuts across. Let's try that. Yeah. And then we got to go back because these are all curved and awkward. We're going to have to go back and straighten these all up. Wait a minute. Yeah. But as you guys we were just talking about it together, we were talking about Nintendo and the Switch. I'm crossing my fingers. You guys be praying, be thinking, be hoping, because I feel like this time is the time. And if it's not, it's okay. We'll try again. But I think that Mighty Math, not Mighty Math. You got me thinking about Mighty Math because you said my Mighty Math skills weren't good enough. I think that Micro Challenge might be the one. It's looking pretty good. I gotta send it out. I've been so behind. Like I'm literally so behind. There's some reviewers that I normally send codes out to that will probably write a review for the game that I haven't even gotten it out to yet. But you know, early player feedback is pretty good. I feel like the trailer, I did some new things in there that I haven't done in previous trailers to make it have a little bit more pizzazz. Um, it's got some views on it now. I thought overall, like it looks like pretty clean and pretty clear. Um, it's a it's a cool game. It also has some things that Nintendo's looking for about on the Switch. You know, it's got local co-op, and you know, I've got it perfectly like all planned out so you can use little Joy-Cons. Each person could use a single Joy-Con while playing together online. I think that it would be just fine. Um, it would be perfect on there. It would look good on docked mode. It would look good with you know, some of the image effects we're using, and then also it would be able to run in handheld just fine. So I think it's perfect for the Switch, and I think it would sell a boatload of copies on there as long as we can make it through. Okay, so now we have done it. Whoopsies. We have evenly raised our little castle walls. And we need to do some more to this to make it cool. There needs to be something here. All right, we're going to leave this be for now. And we're going to go back to here and then attempt some things. The only problem is this secret ledge creates a roof problem, which means our roof needs to be here. I think that we will probably need to model a different roof. I'm not sure. Instead of having this all one piece, I think we're going to go back and get us a cube. Whoa. That looks wild and crazy. We need to pull you up here, something like this, and over here so we can see. That's not the front view. That is the front, and this is the front, and this is the right. But the problem is, so we need the front, right? Yeah, but it's actually in the back. This is in the way. This location is at 0. Okay. We'll just remember to move that back to 0 when we're done. And let's go to this little cube if we can get him right. And no, we want front. Something like that. What the world? It won't let me move that on the grid to the exact position that I want it to be. Let's go rotation and scale. So this is, actually, let's remove that so we don't mess up our other stuff. This height is not even, sadly, even though I thought it should have been. We fixed so many things earlier. Do we want to even out the roof before we proceed? Yes or no? Does this roof do we want to go up or do we want to go down to 28? Probably, honestly, it's probably going to be a tall. Oh man, ruined it. Need to get rid of that. 28. All right, we're gonna lower it a little bit for this floor for the secret room. I guess that means we should take these guys down too. Take them down a peg. 28. Okay. And so what we want to do, if we look at this position, see, this is why we were doing it all even. We were doing everything even. So the X's and Z's are now even. So this is 50. So now if I do scale location here, yes, correct, Amundo. Love math. 50. Because this is odd because it's a different thing, a different, we're working in two different models here. And we're wanting to match it over here on this side. So this, it makes sense. This is 26.25. It's not on the line dot, but we made a little bit of a path here big enough for you to be able to walk on. So this should be, yeah, it's 24. Now we're going to be on 0.25s there. Should we change everything just for OCD's sake? I guess we could. Why not? Everything else is on 2 meters lined up pretty evenly. So I guess we could do that in this and this. And we could go around to this side. These don't matter. We could delete those. Wait, is that the inside room? No, those can be deleted. And we can just force ourselves out to 25 on this. That's forcing ourselves in. Should we have the skinny path even skinnier? Should it look even more hidden? Would that be cool? Well, it's going to be, it's not going to matter because we're going to move this guy onto 26. So we, yeah. We need all of these, not you. Sorry, you're not included. Ta-da. And pull you back to 26. Oh, bro, that makes it even harder. Ooh. And see, look at this hideousness. Because these actually matter. See, we probably shouldn't be changing all of this. Because now I gotta change those too. That was... All right, hold on. This was 50. And then that's 26. So if we could get it to 25, that would be kind of like even. We could do 12 and a half on each one. I guess even if we do 26, that would be 14, 24, 24, 12 on each side for this roof. Yeah, maybe we should get it to 26. So I think that's everything on this line. Those faces, that one, this one, all of those. Yeah. And we're going to drop him out to 26. So he's pushed out a little bit further. And then now we got to fix a couple of things here. Like this line needs to be 25 now. And that should fix all of that. And then what we just need to do is go here and put him on 25. And that straightens us out there. And everything is straightened there. So we can go back to this guy. This is what we wanted here. And his... No. This is not what we want. Oh, no. We do want that. Make sure you're on 25. But for you, let's put you back at, what is it, 40? Ah, I remembered. All right, so what we want to do is we want to extrude. Let's just go by 1 for the time being. Because we want this to be a quad. And now you go to 50. And on your side, we could always just do the symmetry modifier. But why will we do that when we know the math? And then you go to 26. Whoa, not the Z. 26. Yep. But, silly me, we just want the bottom face. Okay. This is somewhat starting to look like our roof ridge. Only if you believe in your mind. You know, speaking of PLP mentioning that he's never played Spyro, there's so many games that you look back at. If you were a 90s child like myself and you played anything in the PlayStation 1 or Nintendo 64 era, really, and you looked at stuff, you go back and you think about those games and they looked so perfect. Your mind like filled in the gap with what a lot of those things were. And the polygons now, like if you look at the art, it's like you can hardly even tell what it was supposed to be. But somehow as a kid, that did not matter to me whatsoever. So I need to think about that when I'm modeling because I'm like, yeah, with your imagination, this can be the roof and it can look just right. So you can see we're lined up here. That was what we did with this roof. And it's on the edge. So we're going to have this little lip going around here. Um, Probably, you know what? This one should probably go right around here. Yeah, so this is going to be maybe a glitched run for our speed runners. We'll put something where you can get out here and walk around, go on the back side of the castle. But let me go and look. So, all right. Now this is going to be interesting. Highly interesting. But the reason we left these quads, will this work now? No. Yes. I'm thinking. Okay. Something has to change. And this is actually going to be quite surprising. But I think that this works. This will work. Because if you look at the roof ridges on castles, let me go ahead and show you again the castle we're looking at here. We got these roof ridges. You see, they're like checkers, boom, 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 boom. But the roof doesn't do that itself. The roof is still flat. So what we need to do is we need to make steps down on this side, but we can't just subdivide here. That would ruin the roof. But we want to do this all in one piece. So I've come up with a way to do it in my head. And we're going to take a look at it and see if we can get this to work. But it's going to take a little bit of redoing. So we'll see. I'm going to pull this back one more time. And then I'm going to pull this out by one. Wait. We're going to go back here. And before we do that, we can pull this back. And we'll do it on this side in a moment. I think I need to go all the way back. From here, we're going to go back to this. And we're going to put him back on 40. Oh, 41 maybe? Yep. And then, yeah, I can just do it like that. And then what we can do here is go out like this. Whoopsies. Boom. And then to get this to work right. Okay. Is this going to work? Is this going to work? Extrude here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There'll be 5 steps if we do it this way. I think that that would be okay. Let's extrude by 2. Extrude down. I've never done this before this way. Let's go ahead. We want 5 steps, right? I think we can do it this way. And go number of cuts, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That makes 6. We need 4 cuts. We are already struggling with this math earlier. This is going to be a janky model. Actually, I don't know if this is the most efficient way to do this at all. Let's go here. extrude by 2, extrude by 4, 6, 8, 10. It makes this just right. 2, 4, 6, 8, and 10. And then if we look at it from the side, we have that bumps going down with our brick steps. And then what we want to do is we want to get rid of these. Maybe. This is why I was thinking this might be kind of janky. Oh, yeah, perfect. And we want to go here, and we're going to dissolve those. And, whoa, did I miss one? Whoa. Okay. Now we're going to put this guy on 50. Yo. Something is incorrect. Dissolve it from here to make this a face, and then put it on 50. Nope, this is not going to work. It's all broken and disgusting. POP says, one of my favorite games is Paper Mario. Looked perfect as a kid and still looks perfect to me now. Yeah, there are some certain art styles that if you do use a certain type of thing, the art is kind of timeless. I consider that to be similar to Wind Waker, even though that was the GameCube generation. A lot of people don't look at those games too fondly with, all their polygons and stuff. Something like that art style holds up forever and is absolutely gorgeous. We could just do it this way. No, not that way. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Boom. Now look at that. That is looking good. Okay. So to recap what we've got here, we are going to have some roofs that look like those castles. They're going to be sliding down with some good looking shingle textures here. These are going to be our brick steps on the outside. We have our secret room, our secret hallway. We built these little towers here. Those are going to be on the outskirts of the castle. We built the castle walls. It's starting to bleed out because you can't see it because this Blender file is so big. Probably will have to scale down inside Unity. I'm already working on a certain scale on here. I'm not going to change it, but in order to make the game fit and work, we'll probably scale it down. But we'll slide this back over tomorrow. There'll be a castle here. We might build some sides to the castle, like 2 more rooms going off, so it has a little bit more dimension than just a square. A little bit better than that. We'll probably cut some windows into some of these towers. These will have shingle textures. This will be a circular brick texture. That will be pretty good. And we'll continue running this guy. We'll finish this down this side, and we'll run him along this, and then maybe run it right into here, and then probably have another one going this way, and just leave this as a second floor part. And then this will have a 3rd floor part, and then we'll create another roof over that way. And then maybe what we can do is to add a little bit of shape, we can add some of these castle wall rampart, like these little bumps here on these outsides. And then when we're finally all ready, we're going to go in and we're going to curve all these edges so everything isn't so square. So it's going to be like rounded brick. And then in the real game, we'll put a bunch of things here, columns and different things like that. There's going to be a fountain. There's going to be this is not going to be a flat courtyard. It's going to be big enough to have platforms, to where there's already multiple platforms and different things like that over here and things like that. There'll be a ledge up here to where you can go and get to the level and such. So I had a little bit of trouble with some of the math, but hey, that's how modeling goes. Some of our original designs at the very beginning of the stream did not look that good. We deleted them, started over. We got a little bit more model cleanup to do still. We need to go in here and delete some of these extra faces. We're not going to need these floor pieces because this is going to be all inside. You're not going to be able to see any of that. This hallway, we do need all of those, and we need all of those floor pieces, but there are some things that we can go in here and delete to help the game engine run our game and not render things that we don't need to render. So this is looking pretty good. It's 5 o'clock. I'm getting ready to call the stream here today because we started early. Let me know in the comments how you enjoyed starting at 3:45. I'm going to be timing out different things, trying 3:45, trying 4:15 when I'm really running late. But I usually like to cut off the stream by 5 to 5:15, so that would be a little too late. It'll be a little short that way. But at least here, it looks like the stream is running at, what does it say the stream time is? I don't know. I thought it told you. Um, oh well, it doesn't matter. It's been an hour and 20 minutes. We're bad. We need our Mighty Math. I'm gonna quit this and I'm gonna go play Mighty Math. But thanks for tuning in for the stream today. We got a little bit farther in PitterPot, and we're gonna get a little bit farther tomorrow on Thursday. It's gonna be pretty awesome. We're getting closer. I'll probably talk a little bit more about the secret game that I'm working on tomorrow, and by Friday I'm going to talk about it a whole lot more because I'm gonna be getting ready to tease it, let you guys judge and guess and see which series we're going to be adding a new game into. You can see on the screen right here, we got our Patreon supporters on the screen. And before I end the stream, of course, I got to give a huge shout out to everybody who supports TreeFall Studios on patreon.com. I got to give a personal shout out to everybody who's listed there, which is Carmen Red, Overhyped Gamer, Shark and Minnow, and PLP. Thank you guys for what you do for TreeFall Studios on patreon.com. I could not do what I do without you. If you're interested in joining the Patreon page, there will be links in the description below. It will allow you guys to get featured in YouTube streams and YouTube videos. You can be featured in the credits of our games on published games on PlayStation, Steam, and other platforms that we go to in the future. You can see behind the scenes post. Another one is going to be coming tonight, and you can see stuff early that way. And every once in a while, if you're on the Patreon page, you might get to play test a demo early when we have a game that we're working on. So there's lots of different features, and it only costs $1, $3, or $5 for all of those things. You can also follow us on all of our social media. It's somewhere. There we go. You can follow us on Twitter at TreeFall Games. Subscribe to this YouTube channel if you're not subscribed and you tuned into this stream and you found any of it interesting. This is not the only type of content we make on this channel. There are tons of videos, tutorial videos for Unity, and also generalized tips and talk videos about how to get started in game development, my experience with different platforms, and other advice pieces like that. So if you're a game developer wanting to get more into game development and you have no experience, this channel is the place for you. And we also do all sorts of content on my own games and creations there. You can follow along with these streams and devlogs. So if that's interesting to you, be sure to hit the subscribe button. That would help us out a ton. These streams are helping out a ton. They're increasing our watch time rapidly. We are trying to hit our watch time goal so that we can be monetized. Because if you notice, when you're peeking around and checking out our channel, we have lots of videos that have more than 10,000 views, and YouTube runs ads on them all the time. but they are taking all of the money for that and we aren't getting any. So we're trying to do a little bit extra and pumping out the content so we can hit that 4,000 hour watch time amount and get a little bit of income extra from YouTube as well. All right, one more thing. If you have not played Tilting Tiles Micro Challenge, be sure to check that out on PlayStation 4 or PlayStation 5. Hit us up on Twitter and let us know what you thought of the game. I hope everybody enjoys it. This was a super fun stream. I enjoyed reading everyone's comments and chatting with you guys live. And anyone who's tuning in after the fact, I hope you enjoyed this modeling session on our new PitterPot game. All right, guys, without further ado, I will catch you tomorrow.